Welcome, everybody. Whether you're here in the room or whether you're online, in more ways than one, a very warm, incredibly warm welcome to this space. Friends, I want to introduce you to our esteemed visitor, but allow me as well just to make press a pause button and say this. Every one of you is here because of suicide. Many of you are here because of a suicide. If that's your story, I want to say from my heart to yours a particular thank you, because it is your living and lived experience and the stories that you hold in your heart, your journey, and the journey and story of the person that you may have lost, which must be at the heart of all our endeavour in preventing suicide together as leaders in this field. I wanted to share with you a word about PAPYRUS, if I may, or rather 3 words. If you ask any of our staff, trustees, or volunteers, how do we prevent young suicide? They should say these 3 words. Firstly, we support. And mainly that's through our Hopeline UK service. The number is in front of me. Every day, we listen to stories of children who are considering suicide right now. Young people, young adults, and those who care for them, who are often left parenting in the dark, as it were. And we give them advice and support, hoping to enkindle in them that hope which for now has been hidden. Through texts, emails, telephone calls, web chat, all of those connections are with people who are experiencing suicidality right now and engaging sometimes in behaviours which will lead to harm or death. Our trustees, most of whom have lost a child to suicide, are very keen to maintain our position in terms of our intervention policy. We will make no apology for sharing information to keep a young person safe from suicide. Most often, we don't need to share information outside that call because the young person is the protagonist of saving their life. We just have the privilege to support that endeavour. Often we will intervene and get blue light services and others involved to make suicide safe. Information sharing is really important, as we know, and I hope will continue to be a huge sort of golden thread throughout any suicide prevention strategy. But we speak daily to professionals as well, people who have young people in their care. We do a debriefing service, and all of that is part of our support. If you're worried about how to have a conversation, pick up the phone and talk to us, and we'll support you in that. If you've had a very challenging conversation with a young person, and you just want to talk to somebody else, say, well done, pick up the phone and talk to us. It's a very well-used service, that debrief at the Hopeline service, and I'm very proud of it. So the first word is support. The second is equip. As I speak, dozens of our staff are out representing this wonderful charity that I'm privileged to be the chief executive of, in communities like the ones you've travelled from today. I have to pay credit, sorry people online, to the people who were able to get here. Rumour has it that at least 2 dads have walked here. You know, the support we have from our various people around the country, many of whom have lost a child to suicide, is just incredible. But it enables those people right now to be out in colleges, in schools, in education establishments, on the street, working alongside the big issue colleagues, in universities, in community groups, online, with LGBT communities, with traveller communities, the list goes on, job centres, festivals. Thank goodness you came here and not Glastonbury. I'm very proud of all that equipping. When I got this job 12 years ago, our late Chair of Trustees, Anne Parry, who I have to share this, will be very proud today to see what's happening, said this to me: if you do nothing else, Jed, make sure you get bloody angry. At the heart of our work is the third word, influence. We don't have a monopoly of that. We won't do that. This is our core strategy: support, equip, and influence. We do that in many ways. A casual conversation with a friend in a club encourages somebody who's lost a child to come and walk with us in more ways than one. It might be a hard-hitting film which challenges the internet industries to do their part to keep young people safe online. It might be you pull up behind a bus and read the results of an exam paper: physics D, English E, maths A, religion D. And that dead word, the message, this could be you, call that helpline, don't let it be. That's how we influence too. But like all of the people sitting in front of me on and offline who share in that goal of influencing, as Steve Mallon said earlier today, speaking truth to power, and that doesn't just mean to politicians, speaking the truth to our power, recognizing that we're leaders and we need to challenge our power as well, is how we each influence young people and those who care for them to say there is always hope. That young people are more likely to die by suicide in our country today than road accidents, more than heart disease, more than cancer or any other disease, is a national scandal and a tragedy that demands all our best thinking. That the rate and number of suicides in teenage children and young people has gone year on year up and up. It's something that we shouldn't rest until we can answer the question why. But enough from me. It's the influence as a sector, not just as PAPYRUS, of course, that collectively enables me today to welcome again the Suicide Prevention Minister, Gillian Keegan, who many of you have met already, I'm sure. Gillian, if you can't see and hear us, you're very welcome today. But that same influence today enables PAPYRUS, enables me on your behalf to say these words. Please welcome the Secretary of State for Health and Social Care, the Right Honourable Sajid Javid, Minister.
Last Monday would have been my brother Tarek's birthday. I say would have been because Tarek is no longer with us. He took his own life. And on that Monday, it was the first thing that I thought about when I opened my eyes, and the last thing I talked about when I closed my eyes. Nothing can prepare you for the loss of a loved one. But I want to use this privileged role that I have as the Secretary of State to do right by his memory, and also the memory of thousands of others who each year have left us before their time, by preventing more people from going down the same devastating path. Almost everyone in this country has been touched by suicide in some way.